In clinic today, I worked with a 5-year-old girl, and right now they are being really challenged with some incontinence and urgency in the car. And so, mom is saying, go to the bathroom before you get in the car, but there's still leaks happening in the car seat. There's still urgency, like she's in the car, she needs to go now. Mom is in the process of pulling over, but the leaks still happen. And so, we talked a lot about why it's happening and what she can do about it, and so I thought the information would be helpful. And here I am to share it with you today.
Hi, my name is Dr. Caitlin Keller, and I am the owner and lead physical therapist at Unconstipated Kids. And here at Unconstipated Kids, our mission is to help kids move through and graduate from the challenges related to toileting struggles. So things like constipation, nighttime bedwetting, belly pain, reflux for infants, any kind of challenges related to the gut and toileting, keeping their underwear clean and dry. I hope that today's video pushes you into the right direction to get a great jump start and to move towards full resolution for your child from the challenges they're experiencing.
I'm going to talk about what needs to happen in the body to be able to perceive, recognize, and then act on a toileting urge appropriately, and then to sequence the tasks that need to happen in probably a different way than you've ever heard before. And when we think about toileting urgency or helping a child to recognize in their body that they need to go, we think about like cueing them to go to the bathroom every 45 minutes, being aware of when they've last gone and do they need to go again, and reminding them, hey, do you need to go to the bathroom? Or even asking questions like, what do you feel in your body? Do you feel like your bladder is full? Do you feel like there's pee that needs to come out? And those are definitely some techniques that can be helpful sometimes, and the questions that you ask. Sometimes we talk or we think about a potty watch or something external that is going to remind a child that, hey, it's time to go sit on the potty and see if there's anything that needs to come out. And sometimes we modify that in clinic and we talk about using that as an opportunity for the child to do a body check. The potty watch vibrates, it reminds them to think about their bladder. They think about it, no, it's not full, so they don't go, or they think about it and yes, there is some pee in their bladder, so they need to go. And those are all techniques that, are often discussed when a child is being challenged by recognizing the urge to go to the bathroom, whether that's they're watching TV, they're playing video games, they're in class, they're in the car, they don't recognize that urge, or they don't recognize that urge until it's at the very last minute when all of a sudden what we call urgency, there is this large magnitude, I need to go now, and then that can lead to incontinence, pee or poop into the underwear. And so these are all extraneous things that can help a child to learn that they need to go. The potty watch, the prompting, you asking them what they feel in their body. The biggest piece of success comes when the child can do it themselves. And so, what do you need to do to get there? What do you need to do to help your child to be able to recognize in their body that they need to go? And then they just prompt on their own and they, what we call, self initiate their toileting experience. The thing that needs to happen in their body is they need to be able to multitask. We talk about the brain multitasking a lot in clinic. And so, what do I mean by that? I mean that I need to be able to sit and talk with you, or drive my car, or sit and eat lunch, or watch TV, or sit in my classroom, or play with Legos. And at the same time, my brain needs to be able to, number one, focus on that task. And then number two, it needs to be able to recognize the sensations that I'm feeling in my body. And that recognition needs to be a large enough prompt for the brain to be able to say, like, prompt, pause, like, we got to do something about this. And so in clinic, we practice that not by practicing Legos and then seeing if they need to go to the bathroom and prompting them. We practice by helping the brain to achieve this skill of multitasking. We want the brain to be able to be very good at multitasking, doing something and then also doing something at the same time. So we can't manufacture a toileting urge, but we can manufacture a secondary thing to focus on. So in clinic and in practice and in therapy and our families, what they're working on at home is helping their child's brain to multitask. So we call that layering tasks. We build by how many layers we add on to one task. So you can say, you are going to practice jumping jacks. You are going to practice rainbow smiles. One exercise that you have, one movement that you have. Or it could be as simply like seated position. Hey, you're sitting watching TV. Can you sit and keep your knees in this position? Can you not sit in W sitting or with your foot tucked under your bottom? Maybe instead you have your hands in a different position. And then you layer something on top of that. So you take that task. Let's use jumping jacks as the example. Jumping jacks. Okay, can you do 10 jumping jacks? Yes, you did 10 jumping jacks. Now let's add a layer on top of that. Let's do 10 jumping jacks, but I'm going to put on a metronome. It's going to go. Can you do jumping jacks to that rhythm and keep going with the jumping jacks? So that's one layer. Jumping jacks plus rhythm. Then, okay, can you add on another layer? Can you do jumping jacks to this rhythm, but stop and freeze your body after you do 6? So now their brain is having to think about task of jumping jacks, added qualifier of doing it to a specific rhythm, added qualifier of I need to know what number I'm on because she wants me to stop on number 6. So then can you do jumping jacks to the metronome and then stop and freeze on number 6? Then can you do jumping jacks to a metronome with a specific rhythm or a song, and then stop on number 6? But also, sometimes when you do jumping jacks, you're turning your feet out. Can you pretend like there is a flashlight inside your toes and you want those flashlights to always face forward? Don't let them turn one way or the other. So now there's another qualifier of your child's brain having to think about task of jumping jacks, rhythm of metronome, stop on number 6, and also do something specific with my body. And so the more your child practices this, the more proficient they get at this, the more able they are to isolate a task, do something with specificity, and also be able to think about different sensations they might have going on in their body, different things going on with their body. Their brain has to think about a lot all at the same time. That is the ultimate goal, to be able to give your child the ability to perceive their urge either at all, maybe they don't have that skill at all, or before it trends up to this huge magnitude urgency of I need to go now. Now, I'm going to give you a caveat. There are other things that can play a role into hindering your child's ability to sense and perceive that urge of toileting and then act on it successfully to get to the toilet with sufficient time. They get there dry, there's no leaks. There are other components that can play a role, but this is a big one. We talk about this a lot in clinic. And so, working on layering tasks with your child might be the thing that you need to get to 100%. I hope this was helpful. Stay tuned for all of our videos. We hope to be a gift and support you and serve you in whatever way we can.
Thanks so much for being with us today. I hope that today's video was helpful. As always, we have services and resources for you, so reach out to us. We would love to help you start to find resolution for your child from their toileting challenges.